maybe not the weekend we were after in Slovenia, but to be honest, it was still pretty positive. I think it's a bit disappointing because obviously we'd prepared really well for the event. We basically spent 2 months thinking about this rally and thinking about how we were going to approach it and what we wanted to get from the event. And for us to sort of not get a clean run was maybe not the ideal way that we had it planned out. But like I said, still plenty of positives. It started with a good pre-event test. We did lots of kilometers, really trying to learn about all the different tyres in the range of tyres that we get to choose from for a tarmac rally. Because obviously, you have the harder compound, softer compound, and then combining those as well, 1 spare and 2 spares, and it all makes a difference, and the tyres give you very different feedback. So we had a really good test exploring all those, which is what we were looking to get from the test, which was nice. The recce again went really well. Dan had a really good recce plan that we stuck to, and it worked well, and we were just being quite efficient with our time. I think the Friday night was quite a late night with the super special stage running at like 10 o'clock at night by the time we got there, and then getting home and then having to wake up really early the following morning, I guess made it really tricky to obviously get a good night's sleep and things. But we were very, I guess, efficient with that, and we had a good recce. Friday went well, and just everything was going really well. The Friday night was a bit of a dream start, let's say. First time for me doing a street super special, like proper, I guess, European style super special, and of course it flogged down rain about 2 minutes before we had to leave the service park. So it was a quick change of tyres, put the rain tyres on, go out there and try and just cleanly make it through the stage. Obviously it's very easy to make a mistake in a stage like that. Lots of gutters, lots of like paint on the ground as well, which gets really slippery when it rains. So to win that first stage was quite probably a surprise, to be honest. But it was really, really good. Maybe not the most enjoyable stage as a driver, but like I said, to win the stage was a good confidence boost, I suppose, going into Saturday. And then it rained basically all night Friday night into Saturday morning, which made the tyre choice, to be honest, relatively simple on Saturday morning. Obviously the rally is based really in the mountains, but the service park and everything is right down kind of in the valley in the town. And as the crow flies, the rally is only about 15 kilometres from the ocean. So the weather can really roll in unpredictably. But basically the first loop or the first 2 loops on the Saturday morning were really just discovering the rain tyre, the wet conditions. There was a bit of fog around as well, which made it even trickier. But it was really just about learning the wet weather tyre and learning those conditions. It was probably maybe a little bit of a shame that we weren't able to just really push from the word go. But at the same time, I'm kind of glad it rained because it gave us good experience that we wouldn't have had otherwise. Obviously if the conditions were dry and perfect all weekend, that's great, except we're not learning about these different tyres, these different conditions and things like that. So it was quite good. I think in the third stage, it really hammered down rain right when we're in the middle of the stage, which caught lots of cars in the stage, flogging down with rain. We actually caught and overtook 2 cars in front of us. One guy had a puncture, and I'm not sure, I think the other one might have had an issue or windscreen fogging, something like that. But I'd never passed a rally car in a stage before, and then all of a sudden I had to pass 2 cars. The rain was coming down really hard. We're trying to sort of adjust on the fly to the conditions. And then in that one particular stage, something like 11 cars got punctures as well. Thankfully, not us, but there was one corner with a bit of a cut in it, and just lots of cars going into this one particular cut, and coming out with punctures. So that was kind of the point where all of a sudden, like myself, Romet, Jose, we were sitting something like maybe 6th, 7th, 8th, or 7th, 8th, 9th, and all of a sudden we were up in 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So it was it was cool actually like that. And then it started to sort of dry out in the afternoon, which again made the tyre choice tricky. I was probably maybe a little bit gung-ho trying to go for a hard a hard tyre a little bit early, but we swapped back to a soft tyre before we left the service park, which I think was the right decision in the end, because the stages were a real mix of like abrasive surface, but also quite smooth and shiny in spots. And the roads were drying out really quickly, but the grass and things on the edge of the roads was still obviously muddy. So when that gets pulled onto the road, then it's just full mud. So we put in a couple of good stages on Saturday evening or Saturday afternoon. I think we took a stage win as well, and we were just feeling good. We were able to push really hard, and the times were coming pretty naturally, and it was a really positive few stages. And then obviously then we had the power steering issues sort of started to come in on the Saturday evening. It's in the last stage of the loop, which was only a 5 kilometre stage, but sort of lots of hairpins up the hill, and then started to open out, and then sort of finished through a village, and about two k's to go. Just basically lost power steering on one of the last sort of hairpins, and had to just manage it to the end of the stage.
Line, flat left, don't, 50, and power steering, half left 6, get us to the end, mate, 80.
To be honest, the time loss wasn't too bad. I think we only gave away 8 seconds, which was fine, was manageable. And then we were really looking forward to a good push on Sunday. The forecast was saying that it's going to be dry all day, so we could bolt the hard tyres onto it, the faster tyre, and really push hard. But unfortunately, that was sort of when it all started to unravel. Basically, the boys changed the power steering pump on the Saturday night, and we had to drive the car 5 minutes down the road to the Park from A, and it was fine, all good. So sweet, problem solved. Come back in on the Sunday morning, and again, problem wasn't there, so all sweet. We put the tyres on it that we'd selected, and basically when I jumped in the car to leave service, all I did was grab the steering wheel to straighten it up, and no power steering again. So a bit of a strange issue there. Unfortunately, we were then laid out of service, but we were lucky, to be honest. The guys at M Sport Poland did a good job to get us out late but on time, because basically the way the rallies work over here, you're only allowed to be 15 minutes late at any one time control, and if you go over that, you're out, and we were 14 minutes late. So we took a massive penalty, but at least we were still in the rally. We could do the whole day. So we sort of hurriedly changed some parts on the car in that sort of time in the morning. Went out, and the first stage was not bad, actually. It took us, maybe a couple of k's to get into the rhythm, but it was a really nice stage. Again, lots of hairpins all the way up the hill. Then you went sort of flat out across the top of the ridge, and then hairpins back down the hill. So really nice stage. And a bit of length as well, 17 k's the stage was. So nice stage. All was going pretty well. And then just the last couple of hairpins down the hill, I just started to feel the steering sort of grab momentarily. And then I sort of half lost power steering over the finish line, and then that sort of flowed on to the next couple of stages as well, where we kept losing it. But between stages we were sort of checking things as well, and unfortunately it's just an issue internally inside the steering rack. It was disappointing, but at the end of the day, they're cars, and things will still break, things will still let you down, no matter how things will still break, things will still go wrong, depending, no matter how well looked after the cars are. And obviously the M Sport boys do a really good job at looking after and maintaining the cars. So it was a bit of a shame that we sort of couldn't do some good times and have any clean stages on that the Sunday morning, because we felt really prepared, to be honest, and we were keen to go out and push hard. We had, I think, like 28 seconds to make up to roam it, which, to be honest, was going to be very, very hard to do. But if we could just maybe win a couple of stages, be right there on the timesheets, we would have been happy. So it was a shame that we didn't get to do that. In the lunchtime service on Sunday, the boys changed a few other parts, and then the problem was fixed for the afternoon. But for sure, it took a few kilometres in that first stage after service to get some confidence in the fact that if I turn the steering wheel, the car is going to turn. So yeah, once we sort of got the confidence in that, we were able to push on a little bit. We still bettered our time from the first pass in that first stage of the loop, but to be honest, it felt scrappy. I didn't feel like it was the perfect stage by any means. And then yeah, in the second last stage of the rally, so the second stage of the loop, basically it just rained unexpectedly. Yeah, there was no rain in the forecast. Basically the whole field was out on dry tyres, and this just dark clouds sort of rolled over the mountains as they do, and yeah, it started to rain. So yeah, I had a small spin just on like the second corner or third corner of this stage, and from then basically it was like, okay, you know, this stage is a bit of a write-off. We can really sort of back off now and keep it safe, because the hard dry tyres on wet greasy conditions is a real nightmare, to be honest. But again, it's almost good that happened, because it gives us another experience that we've had, you know, that we can have in our library of experience, I suppose. So yeah, and then again the last stage, which was hairpins all the way down the hill, it was only 5 kilometers long again, but yeah, very, very slippery stage. And honestly, I probably could have driven the whole stage in road mode. Like, we just really had to cruise through. It was super easy to put it off. So yeah, we just had to bring it home. So yeah, like I said, although the overall result was disappointing, there's still positives to take from the weekend. We now feel like we're at a point where we can really push, really attack on tarmac. Commit to the notes, our notes were really, really good, actually. I'm really happy. We sort of spent a few days in Croatia refining those, and yeah, like I said, they were coming out really well. Dan did a really good job in the car. So yeah, it was unfortunate that we couldn't sort of tie the whole thing together, but it's just rallying at the end of the day. So yeah, feeling still quite pleased with the progress we've made, especially you know, we've obviously only done two tarmac rallies. We really wanted to start Slovenia at the pace we finished in Austria, and I think we achieved that and more as well. Obviously, Rome finished third in the rally, did a really good job, and yeah, we were sitting fourth as well. So we're proving that the Rally 3 car can be, you know, quite competitive on tarmac. So yeah, all in all, it was a good event. The roads were really, really good. It was a well-run rally. The Slovenian fans just absolutely everywhere. It was mental. Even, you know, on the transport sections, just they were everywhere, all up and down the side of the roads. So yeah, cool event. But yeah, like I said, obviously disappointing, but go again. Next rally is the Saaremaa Rally in Estonia, so that's only in a week and a half's time, which is really nice, actually. You know, being able to come home and know that, you know, in 2 weeks' time we get to do it all again. We don't have to sort of sit and think about the last rally for the next month. So yeah, very excited to be back on the gravel. It's going to be a really fast event. The roads are just super flat, super fast. It's probably Finland sort of speed, but maybe without the jumps and the crests. The rally is actually based on an island off the coast of Estonia. So yeah, it looks like a good event. It's basically, from what I've sort of seen, it probably sits second fiddle to the WRC as far as being the biggest rally in Estonia. It's a huge event. It's where all the hobby drivers and, you know, gentleman drivers come out to do their one rally a year. They go to Saaremaa Rally. So yeah, it's going to be a big event, big atmosphere. Lots of fans. Obviously, Rome, it's going to be quite quick there as well, being Estonians. So yeah, it'll be good, actually. I'm really looking forward to having to push hard on really fast, high commitment roads, because I guess apart from probably South Australia last year, where we got a bit of an experience of that, we don't have an abundance of experience on fast roads. So yeah, looking forward to, I guess, adding that experience to our bank as well. And it should be a really good event. We can sort of just focus on driving flat out from the word go. Obviously, on like those last few tarmac rallies, especially in Nova Gorica, the tyre choice plays a big part of the rally. Whereas in Saaremaa, we've just got 10 tyres. They're all the same compound, so we just bolt them on the car and drive as fast as we can. So should be a really good event. Really looking forward to it. Thanks everyone for the support, and we'll keep you all updated. Cheers.